All right, this morning, so yesterday I felt like I was not very selective. Um, and so I just really want to focus on being very selective today. I did decide to give myself a risk bump for my VWAP continuation trades from 10% to 20%. So just really focusing on making good trades, one good trade. Um, Today we have a lot moving. INTC is up 5%. Meanwhile, NVDA and the rest of really the semis are down like 3 or 4%. AMD is down almost 5%. So some interesting rotation that's going on here. Relative strength, weakness. The market's down on some Taiwan news about taxes. Bitcoin still kind of holding up. I think banks did, like Bank of America had a pretty solid day yesterday. And so I want to see if it's also strong again today for another, maybe a view up continuation on it. IWM is sort of looks like it's rolling over, but Justin really likes the idea of it popping back up into this sort of area. So just have an alert set there. JPM also pretty strong. It's at all-time highs. So maybe we see some, rotation out of tech into banks or something. I'm keeping an eye on Schwab as well. It was so weak yesterday. It put in a fairly decent view up continuation later in the day around 11. So just want to keep my eye on that. And yeah, so a lot of things that are going on today. I think today is probably going to offer a lot of different opportunities with potentially opening range breaks, giving me the second chance that I'm looking for, as well as some view up continuations. Might even get some rubber bands today. We haven't had one of those in a while, so just going to be super patient today and wait for my setup. The 90 EMA pullback. I'm just going to take this as a 90 EMA pullback on INTC. And let's see if we get some major volume through here. Big volume. Man, I hesitated a little bit too much. So I just took a half here off of that sort of overextension. We did get volume on there, so it might come back and do retest. Now whether or not I don't consider this an opening range break. But we do have trend and we have the 90 EMA. So just gonna let it see its do its thing. We have that. We have IWM. Yep, that's coming right into that. So I have my stop in place for that, and then it came right into it. So just got stopped out of that. No big deal. Well, NVDA. Wow. All right, right into yesterday's high. All right, so I just put a 30% trade on here for IWM. Silver Bullet Protocol activated. Justin just went short. Not quite sure what happened there. Okay, so we have decent amount of selling here. Would like to probably see a little bit more. We're going to come into the 9 EMA. And we're probably really going to see what this thing is made of at 2407 or 24. Really would not like to see a bounce. Like I would just like to see it kind of just sell here. And it'll go straight to VWAP. I'll take half at VWAP. Two, 360. So I just watched a video from Justin last night with GameStop where basically it did this exact same thing, came up the high of day. He was at 25% of his position, took half at VWAP, 360. And he actually took half on the flush through VWAP. I'm a chicken, so I just took it on that bounce. Came very close, so within 6 cents. So Justin hasn't done anything yet. It is doing a bounce though. So now I look like a genius. God. The way this thing is trading is crazy. All right, so ideally we're gonna put in a lower high, and then all these people who just bought that are gonna get stopped out, and we should see a pretty good flush. Either that, or I'm going to just gotta exit. It's too much for me. Oh my god, what is happening? Coming right into 35.50, which is one of Justin's levels. We got a double bar break. Looks like a little bit of a change of character after just a touch of 35.50 and then a bounce. So taking this one on small risk. Oh my god. And IWM continues to just like Mara, coin. So we're average RSI at 71, 1 ATR. Just gonna move my stop above this level for INTC while I continue to watch IWM. So we're gonna have a multi-bar break here. We did have the second to the largest volume here. I really want to be patient with this one. So you can see that they're starting to be selling on the tape. But I'm nervous about it rebidding off the 9 EMA. So this is going to be 225.88. So I'm looking for a bounce here. Bounce off the 9 EMA and then sort of just a breakdown through that level. Here we go, buying. So I just got stopped out of the INTC. This is 225.84. And on the 2 minute, looking for 84 to print. Or did print, and there we go. Probably should have waited for that puke out because it kind of didn't happen. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So I'm taking this as a rubber band. And we're coming into the 9 EMA on the 2-minute. So this could be an area where people get involved as well. You do see that buyers are stepping in. Here as well. A lot of green prints just printed there. And so this is actually where it came to the 9 EMA in the first place. And let's see if it starts just selling. Oh no, what's just happened? Oh, that was not good. What did I do? 32? Right. 25 as well. Yeah, I think I got short 91 shares initially. Okay. And what I'm trying to do is just like set my stop up here. Okay, that was a little bit of drama here. So we did have a bit of elevated selling here. Now my EMA should start acting as protection, and then we should pull back to high of day. Wild. Oh, the market is puking, and I'm still messing around with IWM. You just went flat there. Wow. And now that Justin has bandwidth, he just shorted IWM. Jeff just went long NVDA. Of course he did, because it's putting in a rubber band. Sort of. Alright, there goes into high of day. But selling really hasn't started yet, I feel like. I feel like the fact that we've seen so much aggressive, this is the 5th like consecutive green day it's had. And this is an index E, which is like absolutely being crazy. So this could act as a second chance off of high of day. We also have yesterday's close and we have VWAP. So definitely looking at taking into VWAP. See if it can get through here or maybe a flush through there. This is the second retest of VWAP. Right into it. And let's see. Let's see if it just flushes right through VWAP or if it tries to rebid aggressively. So I just took a bid as it's kind of extended a little bit through VWAP. And let's see if this thing can start to unwind. Probably this is maybe an area where people might want to start buying in as well. INTC. That's funny. Justin still short and he did not take any partials on it. Do you think this 222.30 area probably may? I'll just take a quarter at it. Actually, this is really nasty. Actually, I'm not going to take a quarter. On the 5-minute, so gross. Just feel like I have to. All right, a little bit of change here. I'm just gonna take another half here because I'm up so much on it. I just have to. Okay, I do feel like this was a good decision. Look at this volume that came in. It's definitely like a change of character. It's actually the highest volume candle of the day. This is a 681 versus, my God, the second high. This is the first highest candle of the day. And it wasn't able to even move. I don't even know what that means. NVDA still getting stomped on. We have 2-day VWAP, which is actually the open. And this is what we have on the daily. Kind of push higher. Failure. So let's see if we can get. So Justin just. Oh, he went short. NVDA. Wow. I might have to take another half here. All right, now we're basically looking for it to come into VWAP before selling again. Likely Justin, he might be in some puts. Like he's probably is in some puts. It's a lot of buying on the tape there. And on the 90 MA, wow, what a candle. Right into VWAP. Immediately wicks down, which is what you want to see. So looking to see if this 90 MA is going to hold on the 2-minute. It's kind of being aggressive. This candle I really don't necessarily understand. But I feel like if you get an aggressive pop, like you have trend, maybe fix this trend line. You have trend, and I feel like if it aggressively pops back above this level, like you just have to, there's some selling, but it's holding again, right? And I think Justin just added to his position. Holy crap. It's like take another half here. So I'll be like in super small size, and then I'll hold the rest to break even. Expect volume to come in here. I could have risked off of here, but like, yeah, I'm just like, NVIDIA's a rebidder anyway, so. You have the Qs who are also trying to hold low day. Bids getting hit. Moving into the 9 EMA on the 5-minute. 1963. So just to understand that 5-minute candle. I just don't like this one. I've given back, a lot more than I wanted to. I need to respect my give back rule. So I just did an entire review where I recorded it, but my microphone wasn't on. So kind of pissed about that. All right, so let's do this one more time. So I started off with INTC. INTC was really running this morning, so I took a trade off of the 9 EMA for a 9 EMA bounce. Is one of the trades I've been working on. So you can see it kind of pulls back after making a really big move, and just sort of bullish engulfing here off the 9 EMA. So just get long here with a stop above prior bar lows, and it just bursts right through. Does I guess a 5-minute opening range break right into the 1 ATR levels. I attempted to take size off here, half, but I wasn't able to get filled, so I just hit the bids, and then I set a stop below these power bar breaks, and then moved on to the next trade. My next trade was a rubber band off of the IWM, so came into 2-day high of day, which is also the close. And I just watched one of Justin's videos from Fast Track where he was talking about in May where GameStop comes right into high of day, and I'll throw this chart up here so you guys can take a look at it. But he used 25% risk, so a little bit more of an higher risk for him. And the thing is that this trade just played right into his game plan, where he was game planning for this, and it gave him exactly what he wanted. And so he took it on size, and so I'm just trying to do the same, where this is also part of Justin's game plan. This is the 5th consecutive day this thing has been up. Game plan coming into high of day, so it does that and then just gives us an entry with a rubber band, a 2-bar break after it just pops right on the open into this level. So just use my silver bullet hotkey for the very first time, using 30% risk, and we get it right into VWAP, and so I just take half as it begins to rebid off of VWAP. And Justin actually didn't take any size off, and he just gets stopped out, as it breaks above high of day for a full stop. I get stopped out for, I guess, about break even here. And really, really could not believe this aggression. And it just continued even higher. It's absolutely ridiculous. So after this happened, I was still kind of holding, this trade and monitoring it. I was monitoring INTC, which came back into the 35.50 level that we were looking at from the pre-market resistance area. So it comes right into this level, makes a bounce, so I get long. And then I just set a stop. I just move my stop here, and then I end up getting stopped out. This would have worked a little bit, but really can't get it back above VWAP. That was that trade. And then my other big trade that I took was perhaps, I don't know yet, perhaps my biggest rubber band ever. I just posted my CLH rubber band video, which was my biggest rubber band video ever. So this one might even be bigger than that one. So yeah, it just continues to be absolutely ridiculous. So it comes up right into 1 ATR after its 5th consecutive day up. Yeah, it just puts in a really clean level here. So this is what I was watching, where it has this kind of a wick down, and then it just starts to consolidate. I'm watching the 90 MA comes into it, see if it's going to rebid off of it and then kind of push higher again, but it can't. And so the traditional rubber band would just be like this entry here, which is fine, but so often, especially when things are just like ridiculous and it's doing these types of moves and stuff, I see the 90 MA just continue to hold really well, and so I just want to see the whole 90 MA attempt to hold and then a fail to give me more confidence. And so that's what we get. Comes right into the 90 MA, starts to consolidate, and then boom, you can see the level of volume comes in here as it cracks. I actually made a mistake by adding here. I didn't actually want to, so I just took off that size. I think I was trying to move my stop, and I just added, so that's a mistake. And then we get right into VWAP, so we get a little bit of an overextension outside of VWAP, so I just take half there, and then it continues to melt. So it comes into this pre-market level here, which I had identified as a decent support level. So I see it rebid off of this, and what's interesting is this rebids off the highest candle of the day. So it's really strange. It actually didn't move that much considering the volume that had been done. So I take half on that rebid, and then it kind of puts in this hitchhiker multi-bar break. So I take half here, and then I take another half as it breaks through VWAP. Justin actually adds right here. So yeah, I mean, that's interesting. A good ad spot maybe as well, but I just set my stop into break even, and then I'm still holding this position, and I'm just holding for maybe low of day, see if this is, I mean, this daily candle is kind of looking nasty at this point. So see if it can really maybe start to unwind maybe later in the day, just really small size that I still have on. I also took a couple of other trades. I took a Mara, which I took this for a VWAP continuation trade. Here, it's not a traditional VWAP continuation, so I took this on small size. You can see it starts to break down and then just rebid, so I get out of that position. And then another trade that I was looking at was Schwab. I did think about taking this one, but I was so like mentally drained from this morning. I didn't really like it that much, but it comes into 64, fails, which you should get in here, and then it rebids, and then actually stops those people out before it fails again. So you could have taken this. I didn't, but this was a decent trade as well. I did take NVDA, so NVDA sells off really hard, which I was not able to get involved in, unfortunately. Justin tried it here for the opening range break, and it took a full stop as it got above VWAP, and then he tries it again as it, I'm assuming his stop was probably much lower here, so the risk reward is so much better. Gets a nice break, volume comes in, really starts melding, comes back into VWAP, and on the 2 minute, which is what I traded it on, has a really nice trend. Kind of this is the backside that it had set up before it reaches VWAP. It fails through that level where I get short at. but then it just kind of, gets right back above it, so you don't like to see that. So I just got out of that. I actually took a decent sized loss on this one, but so I gave back a little bit more than I wanted to. I was up almost 200 today, which is one of the highest days I've had so far. So just wanted to respect my give back rule. So this was my last trade. For selectivity, I feel like I did really well. I took that 9 EMA on INTC, which is part of my playbook, something I've been working on, and then a couple of rubber bands, which are some of my old favorites, and then a VWAP continuation that was really solid on NVIDIA. So I think my selectivity is like an A, and I really like the fact that I was able to increase my size. So this is one thing that I've really been working on these big opportunity days where a lot of opportunity exists, sort of A+ overextensions. Lance talks so much about when you have pocket aces, you need to be betting much larger. Since the odds are stacked in your favor, probabilities are higher. So I think that I did a really good job of putting on some of that size that I've been not able to do in the past. So really, really good trading day for me today.